What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you back to another video. Today we're going to be continuing the reboot of my first ever series on the channel, What If Goku is Born with God Ki. If you end up liking today's video then please consider subscribing. It is free and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, if you want to join my Discord server, then there is a link to that in the description of the video. You can talk to me and my community, grind for roles, hang out, and if you put your art in the art text channel and 10 people react with a star, it will get featured at the end of a video. Since you guys hit the last like goal, if you want to see another part to this series, then get this video to 600 likes. I will only make another part to this series after we hit that. With all of that out of the way, let's get into today's episode of What If Goku is Born with God Ki. Frieza has just killed Vegeta and begins to laugh maniacally. These monkeys are nothing compared to himself. Goku is shocked at the mercilessness of Frieza more than anything. However, someone else has a much greater reaction. Nappa is enraged and he begins to slam the ground repeatedly. He begins getting flashbacks of looking after Vegeta when he was a child, and other flashbacks of him and Vegeta fighting alongside each other. Nappa then gets one final flashback of when they found out Planet Vegeta was destroyed, and Nappa promised to himself that he would protect Vegeta until his dying breath. Nappa begins to scream out of pure rage as his aura bursts with a blinding golden light. Nappa's facial hair also turns golden, and Nappa has now become a Super Saiyan. Goku is intrigued with this form, seeing how it is even stronger than Kaioken times 20, and it may be useful to learn, as he might be able to combine it with his redhead form. Nappa, using Super Saiyan, is able to absolutely body first form Frieza because of the Zenkai he received from his battle with Zarbon. However, this would lead to Frieza transforming into a second form, which Nappa couldn't hope to combat. Frieza would begin to brutally beat on Nappa, until Goku in base form stands in front of Nappa and catches an attack from Frieza, then bitch slapping their Space Emperor into a mountain. Goku then hands Nappa the Dragon Radar, and he tells Nappa to gather the remaining Dragon Balls, and to wait on him before making a wish. He will deal with Frieza himself. Nappa nods, flying away, and Frieza arrives back on the battlefield, now being in his third form. This makes the fight a lot more even between Goku and Frieza, however Goku does still have a bit of an edge, and after Goku kicks Frieza into the ground, Frieza decides he has had enough, and he transforms into his final form. Frieza commends Goku on his power, however he is still no match for the likes of himself. Goku can't help but let out a small laugh as he tells Frieza that he has no idea how strong he truly is. Frieza chuckles, asking is that so? Well then, why doesn't the monkey show his true power? Goku smirks, saying very well, as he is coated in a fiery red aura, and once it fades, he is now using Super Saiyan God. This form multiplies Goku's base power level of 2.3 million, and there is no point even saying Goku's power level, as Frieza is an ant in comparison. Since Frieza couldn't sense Ki in the first place, he wouldn't realise Goku's Ki is now undetectable, so he isn't certain how strong Goku is. Nevertheless, he is terrified, as he believes the form Nappa used was a Super Saiyan, which means the form Goku is using now can only be the Super Saiyan God. Goku looks confused when Frieza says Super Saiyan God, but then Goku guesses that is what his red-haired form is called. He guesses it makes sense since it is using God Ki, but that isn't really important right now. Frieza powers up to 100%, and he then rushes at Goku, trying to land a punch on his face, however Goku just takes a punch head on, being completely unfazed. Goku then breaks Frieza's arm, and he then flicks Frieza on the head, sending him crashing into the ground and on the verge of death. Frieza, in a final attempt to win the battle, would then begin the destruction of Namek, and he would begin to laugh, coughing out blood as he does. Kami would then telepathically tell Goku he is going to revive everyone killed on Namek by Frieza and his forces, and then bring everyone to Earth. However, Goku tells Kami to not teleport himself or Frieza. He must make sure Frieza is completely erased, so he must stay to make sure he doesn't survive. Kami would reluctantly agree, so people like Vegeta arrived and then teleported to Earth, while Goku stares at the defeated Frieza on the ground. Frieza would beg Goku for mercy, but then Goku shouts back, asking how many people begged Frieza for mercy, and he killed them anyway. Goku here wouldn't give Frieza any energy, and Frieza realises his manipulation is failing, so he uses his remaining energy to throw one final attack at Goku, but Goku smacks the attack away, and with a final Kamehameha, he ends Frieza once and for all. Goku would then find a ship to get off Namek before it blows up, and he would arrive on Yardrat where he would train for 1 year. Since he doesn't need to perfect a transformation like Goku in canon, he is able to not only learn instant transmission on Yardrat, but he also learns spirit control, which gives him multiple abilities including cloning, force spirit fission, and size manipulation, just to list a few. Goku would head back to Earth after this year, however since he actually killed Frieza on Namek, neither Frieza or King Cold go to Earth, and there is no future Trunks to greet Goku. The reason for this I will explain now. Bulma has been waiting for Goku to come back on Earth, and because of her prior affection for Goku, her and Vegeta would never get together. Instead, Goku and Bulma would get together, and instead of Trunks being born, Bulma gives birth to a purple-haired child, which they decide to name Gohan. This being because Bulma was actually fond of Grandpa Gohan, and Goku wants to honour his adopted father, which would have unfortunately died of old age before the androids arrive. Speaking of the android saga, Goku here never gets the heart virus. See, I think most people realise Goku did not get the heart virus from Yardrat, as there was a common medicine for it in the future timeline, meaning it must have been a common thing in the future. This leads me to believe Goku would have gained the heart virus from his childhood, where he lived in the forest alone, touching and eating animals which could very easily have been diseased, and gave Goku the heart virus. You are free to disagree with me in the comments, but this is what I personally believe. And since Goku never had those circumstances in this timeline, he never gets the heart virus, meaning we follow the events of the future timeline where Android 17 and Android 18 are the only two androids and attack the city. During the time before the androids arrive, Vegeta with the help of Nappa unlocks Super Saiyan, and with the two Saiyans then training with Goku for the remaining time before the androids' arrival, Goku is also able to unlock Super Saiyan, while Nappa and Vegeta are both comparable to the androids. This being because, like in canon, Gero didn't see any of the events of Namek or beyond, meaning he would still have no knowledge of Super Saiyan, or even Super Saiyan God. You may say that since Goku used Super Saiyan God on Kami's lookout before Namek, Gero would know of its existence. However, Gero wouldn't have even known of Goku's existence until the Saiyan saga, where Goku doesn't use Super Saiyan God, so he wouldn't have knowledge of it. Android 17 and Android 18 would be attacking the city when Vegeta, Nappa and Goku arrive. Vegeta and Nappa would both be coated in a golden aura as they transform into Super Saiyans, and they would battle against the two androids while Goku watches on the sidelines. Even with Vegeta and Nappa being comparable to the androids in terms of power, the androids would still have infinite energy, which gives them the advantage in the battle, and they would eventually wear the Saiyan Gero down. However, Goku would then step in, and after transforming into Super Saiyan God, he would wipe out both the androids with ease. Vegeta and Nappa thank Goku for his help, however they don't want to always rely on Goku to save them, which then gives Goku the idea to train with them both in the hyperbolic time chamber. They wouldn't be able to train for an entire year since there wouldn't be enough food, however since there is no looming threat, that doesn't really matter. Speaking of looming threats, deep in Gero's sublab, Cell is still untouched, and the DNA robots are still gathering DNA. However, Cell won't be awoken anytime soon anyway, so that doesn't matter for now. After a couple of months of training, all the Saiyans leave the time chamber, and they all have access to Super Saiyan Grade 4. And now, while Vegeta and Nappa seek to further Super Saiyan, Goku will now attempt to combine Super Saiyan with his God form. However, we're going to leave off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did then make sure to like, comment and please do subscribe. It is quick and easy to do. With all of that out of the way, I hope to see you all in the next episode of What If Goku Was Born with God Ki.